Why is there always videos I want to watch right when I'm going to do something? Like when I have all the free time in the world, I'm like, let's try to find a YouTube video. And none of them are catching my eye. But now that I want to do stuff, there comes in YouTube videos that actually sound interesting. Oh, woe is me. Oh, woe is me. Gonna edit. Doki Doki. Okay. It's been kinda a rough day for me anxiety-wise. So I hope I can do this. I've been wanting to do this all day. So yeah, let's do this. Okay. I noticed in the VOD last time that there was some jankiness with my model. Like, I think I was moving, like I was just not in a good place in the frame. So it kept jerking. So hopefully I'll be more aware of it now. Make her not freak out on me. Also, I'm thinking about maybe, I know I just made this one, but I commissioned an artist to make another design, and depending on how I like that, I might make a new one. Not like a fully rigged one, just like concept art, I guess. That makes sense. But yeah, there's something I want to do before we do the side story. So we got a picture. Aw. Trying to just doing it because I did hers before. I am depressed. I want to die. Lim lim. Just want the CG. Okay, load. Oh, I meant save. Save. Load. I was on Eries. Wait, I don't need to. I just need to exit, because we're doing a side story now. My tummy's so upset. Okay. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. I forgot to turn off my fan. Excuse me. So professional of me, isn't it? Through their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monika, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the club room door opening. And in walks a girl none of them had ever seen before. Hi, it's Natsuki. She was my favorite girl for a long time. I think all of them were my favorite girl at some time. But I think the first time my favorite one was Yuri. Then it was Natsuki. Now it's Sayori. Sayori tugs excitedly at Monika's sleeve. Yuri shifts in her seat and buries her eyes in her book. Are you here for the literature club? Yeah. Yay, that's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club still, so it's really exciting to see new faces. Yeah. Come and sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk. Sayori prances over to her desk and presses her palms onto it. Oh, and Yuri can make you some tea. Yuri looks up at Sayori in protest for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayori. Monika follows by sitting nearby. The sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay then, how about we all introduce ourselves? Okay. Well, I'm Monika. I'm the one who started this club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing or reading or whatever other kind of literature. You know, I figured it was your club. You have that vibe. I have that vibe? Oh, you know, never mind. Sorry? I'm not gonna judge people I just met like that. Very adult-like of you. I always judge people so hard. Oh, no you don't, Sayori. Yes, she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. I'm Sayori. I
I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, I also like poetry. Oh yeah? Very adult-like of you. I am an adult.
The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the room. Bleh.
Oh, that's Yuri.
Sayori lowers her voice.
She's kinda shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her. Well, I guess at least me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. And my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. Ooh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough? Or maybe chocolate. It's cookie dough. And Monica is probably vanilla.
What the heck? Why did I say it like that? I love cookie dough.
I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate.
I actually have some cookie dough ice cream in the fridge. Well, it's not quite cookie. It has cookie dough in it, but it's called half baked. It's super good, so you know it's super fattening. There's cookie dough bits and brownie bits. I think it has both vanilla and chocolate ice cream in it, but yeah, it's so tasty.
I take too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate.
What's Yuri's favorite? Natsuki shrugs.
Probably green tea. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri.
Still,
it's pretty chill here. Do you just like hang out or do you actually do club stuff?
Well, we do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured yet since we only have like 3 members. So we just kind of loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start with like some more structured club activities. Sorry, I don't know why I'm making you southern, Monica. It's been a while now. It's been a while by now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into?
Well, I guess I'm literature. Well, I like manga.
Manga?
Hey, why did you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club.
Wait, hold on a second. Why am I making her country? Country.
That sounds so great! Like, after all, I've been doing all this,
Yuri returns to the desk with a tray of teacups, which he sets down on an empty desk.
After all the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little bit more simple. Manga isn't simple! If you think that, you just don't understand the nuance. I didn't mean simple like that!
Well, anyway, putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature that you're interested in?
Oh, don't manga is literature, Monica. Well, not really.
In that case, have you considered the anime club?
Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. Come on, is it that big a deal? Manga is literature, right?
I mean, I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically.
I get it. Look, I'll do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can just like keep my manga here and hang out after school, I'll do literally whatever you want me to do. That's fine, right?
Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my god, thank you! You're the best. I have most of it crammed into my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay?
Natsuki stands up.
Need some help? Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker. If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine.
I think throughout all my time in school, I used a locker like twice. One time was just because, and when I was in middle school, we were all assigned a locker. So I just opened it once, put little, I got a little chandelier, a cute little chandelier for a little mirror. And I didn't use it for the rest of the year. So when we had to open them up, that was the second time. And we could, in high school, you can reserve one. But, well, I just never did. I carried everything in my backpack. It was super heavy, but I carried it in my backpack. And also, when I was in middle school, they didn't give you enough time in between classes to even get into that thing. I think it was 3 minutes. You had 3 minutes to get to your next class. But I think in high school, you get a little bit longer. I don't remember how much longer.
But yeah. If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine. I hope we never find out then.
Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. I'm such a pushover.
Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun.
Maybe, but I mean, she has no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation. Her tea is going to get cold.
Yeah. Wait, that's not related. Well, I think everyone deserves a chance. Especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature.
Are you sure you just don't want to read her manga, Sayori?
Hey, who do you think I am?
Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have any opinion, Yuri? Not particularly. She says she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so...
Does that mean I bother you?
No, you're a pleasure to be around.
Oh. I was just fishing for a compliment.
I know.
But still, I really think we should give her a chance.
Yeah, alright. But I really am going to start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly the three of them hear a thump against the door.
What was that?
Sayori stands up and walks over to the door, then opens it.
Thank you.
Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack into the floor as gently as she can. That's quite a collection. Sayori giggles in excitement while catching her breath. Natsuki replies,
"There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them."
Monica anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear. Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. At the next club meeting, Monica is the first to arrive. But ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Why am I so nervous? Monica paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monica thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Monica forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Boo boo boo. Need help?
No, I got it.
Monica angrily tries to start some kind of conversation, but it fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. Once dull with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright colors and cute-looking artwork. You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there?
I can't reach up there. That'll be so inconvenient.
Yeah, but... Monica sighs. The teachers are going to ask what all this manga is doing here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club.
So...
Monica backs off and slumps into a desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room.
Good afternoon!
Sayori spins into the club room.
Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this.
Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic.
I found some money and got a cookie. Oh, that's so pretty.
As Sayori trots over to the closet, the colorful shelves catch her eye.
Which one do I start with? Well, maybe you could start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way! I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry to my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant. Boo!
Defeated, Sayori unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Snatsky. Then Yuri silently walks into the club room. Monica glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. Well, everyone is here now. Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively. Okay, so I think today we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it would be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone?
I agree.
Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too.
Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can give each person a day to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else.
Well, maybe. Something tells me that... Monica glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we can come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally? You know, like we all vote on a book to read or something like that? I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests rather than just stick to the things we're familiar with.
Why does it feel like I'm the one being targeted here?
Natsuki, didn't you say you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. I like Sayori's suggestion. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but... Monica's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monica finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monica have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure you don't have any other literature interests you could share with the club? I swear I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but just... Natsuki cuts off Monica suddenly by standing up.
Well, it's obvious that I'm not wanted here, so I'm just gonna leave. But I really would have appreciated if you being more upfront about it.
Okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monica a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Oh no. Sayori runs after her, leaving just Monica and Yuri. For the second time today, Monica slumps down into a desk. Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's making me feel this way. Monica looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her the respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri?
I'm not good at these things.
Monica sighs. Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision. You know, like, people should join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it. So, maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all. Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything. You can... Sorry, you can go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you.
It does.
It does? How?
Well, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where the peace had been disturbed.
Oh. Well, great. I'm just ruining the whole club then.
That's not an accurate conclusion to make.
I know. I'm sorry. Just kind of voicing my frustration, and I guess guilt. So my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Why is it the hardest to be rational during the time she needed it most?
I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club. Your club. Something as ridiculous as Monica. Oops. I did not mean you, Monica. You're not ridiculous. I mean manga. Has no place here. The fact that you're even storing it for her should make her completely indebted to you.
Well, you're right, but I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and it has no place here?
Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it. So I assumed you felt the same way about it.
That's not true. Well, recalling her confrontations with Natsuki, a realization starts to set in. You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has something to do with manga. I'm really upset I would let myself do that. With a sigh, Monica walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colorful shelves. It's just... this really wasn't what I had in mind for a club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Monica starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monica has failed to consider before now. Where is the line even drawn at? What's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the larger box sets and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features 4 girls striking cute and exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts. Yeah, I mean... Amused by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. Oh.
My water's out. I shall get more.
Phew!
Hydration was acquired. I think I'll be pushing it if I do another sad story. Let's do more Doki. Doki, Doki. Okay, so now we're doing Yuri. Yuri. She walks past me, sits the kettle on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her move it. Oh. Yeah, I need to read this part. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Excuse me. Thanks, I'll be right back. Well, I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah.
Where are you two off to?
Yuri's gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. She's getting water for the tea, and I felt like going with her. It's not that weird, Reginald. We're just filling the water pitcher.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Reginald into club activities?
Eh?
My mouth gapes.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that.
Then let's go, Reginald. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow.
You got some spunk, girl.
Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it was also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Reginald, how come when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions. We can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns into... Oh my god. I'm sorry, Yuri. Excuse me. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Reginald, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Reginald, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm... I don't know why I said less like that. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Oops. That was Reginald. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming to herself a little. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do.
When it's you around, anyway.
Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Reginald. It's very endearing.
That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this.
Watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Reginald, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Huh? Why is that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Ah, sorry, I didn't even realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? Wonder why that is.
It's most likely because of
your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yes, I have terrible reading posture. That's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book.
I'll retrieve the book from my book bag.
Ah, I have some chocolate as well.
It's a bag of small chocolate candies I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies were even closer to each other. I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until her shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri's was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it in my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper.
Sorry.
I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper.
You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
You're right. Didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg.
Well, in that case,
Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here! I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me as she needs to confirm what just happened. Reginald?
So sorry. Guess I shouldn't have done that.
Well... You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right?
I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything.
I see.
The situation has gotten pretty tense. Yuri tries to return to the book. But I can tell just by your expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. This time, Yuri's eyes meet mine.
How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it into her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone!
Wah!
Ah! Yuri jolts back.
It's time to share poems! Yay! Reginald, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah.
Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much of a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us would have the courage to bring up. Either, neither, whatever. Here, I should boom boom. Ba-ba. Stay hydrated, bitches. Sorry.
Ooh!
Oop, that's a little loud.
I like this one, Reginald. It has some nice feelings in it.
Ah, I'm glad. So it's at least better than yesterday's.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'm getting better at this then.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go from my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Ba-ba.
I can admit this is better than the last one. I think we already did all this. Bye!
Let's see what you have written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Reginald, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I am not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? I have no friends, Reginald. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote for today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. I think I read that one. The raccoon one. It's a bit more daring. Monica. Thanks for listening. Oh, I'll walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
Hehe, you admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it's kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. Something makes her happy, would I hate to take that away from her. Oh, this is why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time?
Poem, 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 yeah. Yuri words. I don't feel like bringing up the walkthrough. Do do do. Don't trash. No! I fucked up! Massacre. Crimson. Entropy. Despise. Meager. Inferno. Contamination. Contaminate Me by Lepers is such a good song. After Image. Wrath. Disown. Shame. Nope. I should have thought so. I should just pull up. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna try it one more time. And if I get it wrong again, I will pull up Yuri words. Destiny. Unrestrained. Intellectual. No, that's your. Are any of excitement, grief, broken, puppy nightgown? Are any of these Yuri? Grief? No. Okay. Okay, I see. I'll do it. Melancholy. Shit! I didn't pull it up. I lied. Did I load the right one? I want to make sure. Captive. Covet. Sensational. Ambient. Uncontrollable. Incongruent. Blasphemy. Unstable. Lip.
Or like, none of these? None of these look like Harry words? No! Or imagination. Never mind. We're good. Horror. Unending. Incapable. Suicide. Essence. Eternity. Contamination. Infallible. Heaven sent. Yay! Woohoo! Excuse me. Oh man. Smells like booty hole. And your reality. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. But now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you're right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share that concern, in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves, but if you prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. Yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today. When I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something so stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little bit much. Reginald, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep inside plain sight. Beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms from the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. I think that excuse me. And she may not always know what she wants.
I noticed her strange behavior today, too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she?
Well, I guess that was the case.
Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all.
Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she's searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is... I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her.
Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you.
That's not a compliment, is it?
It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading?
Well, as long as you're okay with it.
Yeah. I should be taking my mind off of this whole thing anyway.
Okay, everyone. Yeah, no thanks.
You didn't even...
Next!
God damn. She didn't even read it. Reginald, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you showed me has nothing in short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious, even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally.
Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after.
Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got a chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this.
Her smile. I remember you mentioned that yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something and you never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame.
Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice.
What do you mean?
Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Reginald, during my lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all.
People say that about you?
I'm not a know-it-all, Reginald. I'm the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings. And all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what I was missing all this time.
But I haven't really done anything.
No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Reginald. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you always treated me like anyone else. It's so rare I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. but that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy.
I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I'll make some friends. And I would say I have at least one success. Wouldn't you?
If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands.
She wants you, man. She wants you.
But this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem?
Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you.
Part 2.
Stretch, stretch, stretch.
Ghosts Under the Light, Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding a laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Oh, that's sweet. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. Instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it?
No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about.
I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one.
That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy you shared it with me. So, thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Oh, look, he just... I don't remember. It's been so long. So used to crazy like Yuri in like the second half, but this is so damn cute. I love it. It's so adorable. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see his faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her. Instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can. This poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Your style has gotten so refined, Reginald. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple of days than she talked in a whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I am still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day.
reading that edgy novel with her? Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend her time all alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know? Alright, I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, but if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm gonna hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. You know, I feel like learning and looking through for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical. Yuri. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening for her outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. This is the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. Until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. Ah, how sweet everything is until all the crap goes down.
I'm depressed and I want to die. You're gonna make out! No!
You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back the way they were.
No! Stop skipping!
Whew. I didn't want to go to the second half.
Now it's close!
Okay. Boy. I'm starting to get a little dizzy here. So, it's been an hour and 8 minutes. Not as long as yesterday, but that's fine. Do I want to see what's new? Oops. I think it was that poem. A poem. But, yeah. Cool. That'll be all for today, I guess. Cool. Like, and also, my mouth is getting tired and my foot hurts. But, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, I guess. I know nobody watches, but whatever, it's cool. It's fun. It's fine. I'm just having fun talking to myself, and isn't that what matters? This is fun. But yeah. See y'all next time.